We expected Brooks to sit. We saw the Clowney signs. The message is clear. It's about the youth movement in Carolina, and the rookie minicamp just made that even louder. All that and more on this episode of Panther Pedigree. Let's ride. Please comment, which matchup are you looking forward to the most on when the schedule is released? What are you looking forward to? A divisional matchup? You looking for something out of division, out of conference? What are you looking forward to the most? I mean, hey, it may be our home opener, right? Like that. Maybe it doesn't matter who it is, just the home opener. Get the guys out there running out of the tunnel and whatnot. But give us a comment. What matchup are you looking forward to the most? All right, Swift. Looks like we're back. And May 8th brought some information for us that I think part of it was expected. And then the other piece, it had been teased, but I'm like, I don't know. So for you fans that already know, Jadeveon Clowney, edge rusher, last in Carolina, just under a year. Had a pretty successful run with the Baltimore Ravens the previous couple seasons, but it lasted 1 year in Carolina. What do you make of that, Swift?
I was shocked, but not at the same time, because there was a lot of speculation during the draft, or after the draft. I want to say there was reports of uncertainty with the future.
Yeah,
with Clowney.
I agree.
I didn't think that was going to be. I was honestly anticipating that was something maybe like after this year. Like, okay, he signed a 2-year. Like he's going to play out his contract. Like he's getting older.
Yeah.
But no, after this year, like just recently, that caught me off guard.
No, I really agree with you. I mean, at the end of the day, we saw the draft in the aftermath is that, some of the media stuff can be like misleading because, we watch all the news, we see all the updates. Some of the stuff comes true, some of it doesn't. But you know what, man, where there's smoke, there's fire. And after a day or so, I thought about it, like even after I heard it, I'm like, man, if we did lose Jadeveon Clowney, we lose a veteran presence, but it only makes way for a rookie. Like, what were you thinking in that realm?
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. I think it goes back to us getting like double dipping with the edge rushers.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it makes sense. Would it have been nice to have that veteran presence for those two guys? 100%.
Yeah. I'm caught because I want the veteran presence, but then I'm like, I don't know, like I'm kind of already absorbing reality going, okay, we have life without him. So now they just need to get better. They need to figure out what they're doing. And all signs point to like Nick Scorton, look pretty good. We'll do the mini camp review. You got some good feedback on that from the defensive side, Swift. So we'll hit you with that. So, the Jadeveon Clowney news did hit a little weird. I wasn't overly surprised. It was odd timing because it was like they almost waited until the draft was done, the contracts were signed. They had seen these guys in person. They go, okay, yeah, now he's expendable. Did you see the little message that he left? That he said to the management. He said, I wish if y'all knew y'all were going to do this, I wish y'all had said it sooner. You saw that?
No, I didn't. I must have missed that.
Yeah, no, it was just like this little blurb. I wasn't even sure if it was real or not, but I think it came out on Bleacher Report, and most of the time they're pretty good. It wasn't anything too salacious. It was just like, him kind of like going, all right, guys, if y'all knew y'all going to do this, y'all should have said something sooner. It is a business. It is what it is. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not indifferent, right? Like I think what it is like I would have loved the depth, right, to bring Scorton and Yellen along slower, but at the same time, why wait, right? Like if you feel so confident that Scorton would have been a first round pick in any other draft if you hadn't, had muted statistics at Texas A&M, then why not? If you feel that confident, heck, I'm all about it.
Right.
How do you think that defensive that edge rusher room is going to shape up?
It still looks good. Granted, like Clowney's a big presence on the line. You still got guys you can rely on. DJ Wanham, and and obviously Derek Brown coming. That's more interior, but
you got DJ Johnson, DJ Wanham. Obviously, you got Scorton, Yellen. Oh yeah, Patrick Jones the third. We have him.
Patrick Jones the third. That was the other name
Yes.
I was trying to think of. I was thinking free agents. I was like, we grabbed two.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, Patrick the second. I'm sorry, Patrick Jones the second. Amari Barno, he's just returning back from injury. So I
yeah.
mean, it's not like we don't have bodies. It's interesting because the depth is weird now because now you're talking about how many edges are you going to end up keeping? Because I mean, you have names, right? Like so um you have guys like DJ Wan and Patrick Jones II, Uman Mielen and Amari Barno. Then you also have obviously, Scorton, DJ Johnson, Boogie Basham, and Thomas Incoom. Like, I mean, again, like you have those names. I mean, at the bottom of the roster, I mean, you may end up keeping one between Ikum or Amari Barno. I think Barno has a little bit more upside. Ikum and Basham, I don't know anything about. I'd have to do a little bit more digging, but at the end of the day, I think if we had to do any prediction, I think we can predict on who we would end up keeping. I mean, it doesn't preclude us from signing another edge. Do you think that's possibly in the cards?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we could grab somebody in free agency. I don't think. I mean, we talked about it already. I don't think that's the priority number one, but
right.
Saying safety, safety. But
you ain't joking.
Yeah, I mean, I think depth is huge. I mean, especially pass rush. I mean, we were, I want to say every single staff. I sound like a broken record, but
no, you're good.
Defensive stat wise, we were like 30, 30 between 30 and 32nd
in
like
all
every
major defensive categories, especially when it comes to sacks and pressures on the QB, and obviously the run game, defensive run game. We were awful.
Right. So I mean, we're just, and also I just feel like the injury bug just always seems to get us for some reason.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I think we can never go wrong with just adding depth, even just going into camp, just bringing competition, just see what we got.
Yeah.
And yeah, go from there.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't want to beat this news. I don't want to beat it with like a dead horse. It's been out for a little while. But it was definitely some interesting news. So how about the Jonathan Brooks news, where they officially list him on the season-ending PUP list? So it's different than the one that you get listed on prior to the season starting. This one,
right.
when you get listed, your campaign is effectively over. How are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't too surprised by it just because we knew like the severity of the injury. It's an ACL. Typically, it's 9 to 12 months.
Yep.
In his case, I mean, it was right around 12 months when he came back and then re-injured it.
I think they hit us at, I think they officially said it was like 13 in a little bit, like a few days. It was like 13 months in a few days.
Yeah, yes. I mean, it was over a year. So I think they're really just trying to play it safe right now and just really like work him back slowly into and back into the mix. So it didn't surprise me at all. Also with us getting Rico and drafting ETN to give Chuba some support, that one didn't really surprise me. I hope we get him back.
Yeah,
because I know we were talking about him potentially his future in Carolina being up in question. So
it's interesting. I mean, because when he gets back, he will have effectively played in 2024, nothing in 2025, and ideally he would be a full go for 2026. And that puts him on the third year of a rookie deal, meaning he only has that season to make an impact. There's no fifth year option because he was a second round pick. So now you're sitting there going, like, what does his future look like? And I was looking at statistics. The re-tear has a longer heal time than the original tear. So I mean, all of this plays into the fact that, I mean, are you ready to say that this might have been a bust of a draft pick, or should we keep should we hold the jury out on that one?
I mean, at this rate, I don't want to. I hate to say it. I mean, if it's feeling like it, it's feeling like it, and I hate to say that because I love Jonathan Brooks.
Same.
I just love the kind of player he is. I don't know how else you can put it if we don't end up keeping him. Depending on next year. I mean, obviously they're gonna we'll have a whole nother season go by, and they'll have to evaluate the running back room then.
Yeah,
and see where we're at. But yeah, it's potentially looking like it.
Yeah. Would there be a need to try to add on a free agent running back to add to this room? Because right now your running back room looks like obviously Chuba Hubbard, fresh off of his deal. We have Rico Dowdle, free agent signing in the 2025 rotation. We also have obviously Travis. I'm sorry, not Travis. Trevor Etienne, Travis's brother. And then we also have Raheem Blackshear. Do you think that precludes us from signing another running back, or do you think that's not a priority?
Right now, I don't think so. No, I think the room's pretty stable enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good about it. I feel
Yeah,
good
no, I
about it.
tend to agree. I mean, you look at the roster. I mean, Chuba's going to be your bell cow. Rico Dowdle's going to be your change of pace. Barring injury. I mean, and that'll probably be a good rotation. Depending on where ETN is, everybody's very high on his pass catchability, so that doesn't lend itself for him to be a between the tackles running back. So I'm not really concerned there. I think he would only play that role in the event of injury. And then Raheem Blackshear obviously has some NFL experience, but he's been used, really when there's no Chuba available, and then on top of that, he's also been used in the special teams game as well. So I mean, again, it feels like one of those spots where I mean, we take 3 running backs into the season, let 1 hit the practice squad. And I would say that, I mean, I'm pretty sure Blackshear would have practice squad eligibility, but would he be willing to sign a practice squad tender? That would be the other thing. I mean, I don't see you drafting a running back in Trevor Etienne and letting him go to the practice squad. I mean, he could. I mean, it's a late enough draft pick that I don't think it would, make a huge difference. But at the same time, you've seen what Raheem Blackshear has. I mean, it's one of those things where if you had to, make a choice, you probably want to see what the kid has and let, Raheem hit the market, or you send him to the practice squad. What are
Agree.
your thoughts?
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I second to that. Um, yeah, I feel, I don't know. I feel like you don't get a guy like Trevor Etienne and he's not on the team.
Right.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just feel like his impact in Georgia was 1,000-yard rusher was
Yeah.
significant. He played pretty well in Florida. I mean,
Yeah.
although they weren't great,
Yeah.
he was like the light of that offense,
Yeah.
or he was the bright spot of that offense. So, I don't see how you don't give this guy a chance. I mean, especially if he has a good, he has a great camp,
Yeah.
a great offseason going forward.
Yeah.
I think he could make the cut and honestly get some burn. Come week 1.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I don't hate that at all. It's at the end of the day, like I mean, it's a thin room going into camp. Um, Mostly because I mean, you're carrying 4. One of those guys are going to be relegated to teams. So now you're talking your 2 main backs. I mean, I like having 3 guys that are viable between the tackle runners. Not saying that ETN can't be. I mean, he's a rookie. We have no idea how he'll do in the pros. But
Yeah.
I mean, his Georgia tape, obviously SEC is like kind of like a G League for the NFL. So I would anticipate that he would do just fine. And then I mean, obviously with time, he could probably end up being a pretty useful weapon, especially with his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. Oh man.
Absolutely.
So that covers our little news roundup. Now hitting the big news of the last few days. Rookie minicamp has come and gone. What did we learn, Swift?
Um, I won't. I don't want to get too excited.
Just
I
do it.
I, I don't
Just
want
do
to.
it. You know you want to. You know you want to. Why hold back now?
I'm with Luke Kuechly, man. Luke Kuechly said something one time. He's like, "I'm an optimist." So, um, I mean, they look great. I mean, I saw not a lot of footage. I saw a decent amount of footage of, the top pick,
Yeah.
Nalo and um, the 2 defensive ends, and
Yeah.
it looks exciting. I mean, it's fun to see. You saw like a little early connection with Jimmy Horn and Ted McMillan, so
Yeah.
that was kind of cool to see. Jimmy Horn looks
That little
fast.
video clip that Panthers media gave us with Tet put his Tetroa or Nalo, sorry, put his arm around Jimmy Horn. Like you can see that little camaraderie developing.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean, Offensively, I guess we'll hit the offensive side of the ball first. I mean, there was some great footage. I mean, Sheena Quick put some good stuff up there. I believe Mike Kay of the Charlotte Observer has some footage up there as well. And they actually, and they had some pretty decent footage. I mean, there was some definitely some really, great catches by Tetroa. I'm going to tell you the thing that is understated is how smooth of a mover he is.
Yes.
He's very fluid, like, and I wasn't ready for that, right? Like, not saying that I didn't notice it before, but he's very fluid. He moves, and it's not like herky jerky. He's very, and you're wondering how that translates, and it's got me wanting to go look and find possible comps that move like him. I mean, the immediate I want to go. I think Larry Fitz was a smooth mover. And Larry Fitz also happens to be his childhood hero. What do you think from what you saw from Tetro?
Yeah, I think very fluid. His hands look really good. I mean, he was reaching out and grabbing hand. You saw the big
big mitts,
palms,
man. Just
big
I mean, this is
mitts.
not a guy we're going to talk about has small hands, right? Like, he's got those big baseball catcher mitts.
Yeah, no, I mean, I will admit, I mean, I wasn't really, I wasn't very fond of the pick at first, just because I feel like as a team, I feel like the biggest priority was defense.
Yeah.
So not to like, not to
Belabor,
look down, but yeah, not
belabor
to
the point.
belittle, yeah. But I mean, I'm growing. The pick is growing on me. I'm really curious to see how that works.
Yeah.
I think it's nice seeing that Bryce vouch for him.
Yeah, no, I mean, the footage. I mean, again, this is the point where the only job these teams have is make sure their media presence is getting the fan base excited, right? Like, so
Right.
like, we've been around long enough to know that this is what's supposed to happen this time of year. All the footage is supposed to look good. The music in the background is supposed to get you hyped. The slow motion catches and all that's supposed to. But I'm like, I like the opportunity. So offensively, we also saw quite a few images of Mr. Jimmy Horn Jr. One of my favorite ones is somebody, I think the Panther media team wrote that Jimmy Horn Jr. is a mathematician with his routes. Did you see that one?
I did not.
It was
Actually.
actually pretty solid. He breaks, comes off the line, takes this really clean break. I mean, just like, it's just and he's just out. And I think he's running a corner route, running away from the quarterback. So running some kind of corner combination.
Yep.
So I mean, he looked pretty good. So what did you see from your Jimmy Horn footage?
I think I saw like a little screen. I mainly just saw speed. That's really all I saw. A lot of it was the slow mo.
Velocity verified, I think the Panthers media team put up on a post of him.
Wow. They gassed it up.
Yeah, they did. They really
gassed it up.
it
They're
up.
excited. I'm excited too. They come say that they be trying to get me, man. They get me excited around this time of year.
They do it, man. The
Can't
NFL
do
is in the business of building hope during this time of year, and boy does it work. It works. So we were talking on the defensive side of the ball. You saw some footage. I didn't get to see as much footage as you did. Tell me what you saw from Nick Scorton.
Yeah, so I think I saw more of Nick Scoren than Uman Mielen. I saw a clip of Uman Mielen, but Nick Scoren, I believe he was going through like a swiping drill with the pads.
And you were saying that his power really stuck out.
Yeah, his power, like, it was just violent and quick. He just seems like you can just tell he's like very confident in his body.
Yeah.
I think, which kind of goes back to the weight a little bit. I won't drag that out, but he just seems like very comfortable in his body and like very confident. I like the speed. Like, he's just very like certain. He's very direct. And it's just scary. Like, it's just like he just blacks out, which is he just blacks out.
I would love another player a la Luke Kuechly, mild-mannered on the sideline and a complete monster on the field.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
I mean, like that. I mean, that at least gives me some hope, right? Like, if we're not going to have Jadeveon, let's go ahead and have a young buck coming in there, tearing things up, making left tackles and right tackles hate their lives for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's about time we have a dominant force on that side of the ball. You see anything else out of minicamp?
I saw like a little interview. With what's that?
From who?
Oh, it was Ted McMillan. It was
Oh,
like I
talk
think
to
it
me.
was post practice, I believe.
Yeah.
They brought back they doubled back on the knock knock jokes that he did when he was doing the walk in before he got drafted, and he did like a little knock knock joke. So then a lady he was doing an interview with,
I saw
she
that.
did the knock knock joke on him, and she said Yoda lady, and then he had to think about it for a second, and then he started laughing. He's like, you got me there. So I thought that was
That's
kind of
good.
funny.
So he's
It
got a
was
good way about him. I think he's going to be a fan favorite. I honestly do. I think Tet is going. His personality is going to lend himself. He's California cool, just like Bryce. Actually, correction. Smitty corrected us. So Bryce is California cool. Tetroa is Island. He's Island.
oh,
Yeah, so he's from the
Island
island.
boy.
So he's got a little bit of a different vibe than being California cool. So yeah. So I got my lesson in Californian from Mr. Steve Smith Sr. So I watched that. That was actually really interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So Canales was interviewed before and after the mini camp. So I can tell you that I pulled from him that he's definitely, I think we talked about this off air, but he's got an interesting personality, right? Like, so he's not giving a whole lot. And we saw that with the Kay Adams interview. She thought she was going to get the scoop that we were, tell us about Jalen Walker, right?
Yep.
He bit right in, right? So he's not going to give us anything. We know that now. I think he got bit by the Xavier Legette leak when Xavier himself leaked it that the Panthers said they were going to go get him. I think he's gotten a lot more hip to it. So he's not offering a lot. He is giving a lot of feedback, right? He's giving a lot of feedback about how Tet looks and how Jimmy Horn Jr. looks. We didn't talk about Mitchell Evans. He looked pretty solid. There was actually some footage of him. Very scary athletic. He looks like a jag, like just a guy, and he's scary athletic. Like, and I was actually pretty impressed with him. And he's got a kind of a cool personality because I actually watched one of his interviews as well. Did you happen to see anything from Mr. Mitchell?
I saw no more than like some of the videos of him just like kind of walking out.
Yeah,
And
because Canales
running
had a little bit of feedback on Mitchell Evans, and I thought that was I thought it was super interesting. Like, he had he said he's going to fit right into the tight end room. He was actually pretty critical about how he breaks out of routes. I thought it was really interesting whether he was just being trying to be transparent or he's trying to light a fire under the young man to go home and get his stuff correct. I'm not trying to break any news here, but I mean, it was just interesting how transparent he was about him. But yeah, no, I thought that was super interesting. I mean, he didn't offer a whole lot. I mean, we keep rehashing oh, can you tell us, what happened in the draft room, what he's doing and it's just, I mean, there's nothing there. Like he'll answer the question, but I mean, there's nothing discovered there.
right.
Did you pull anything from the interview at all?
No, just mainly like I think Canales is such like he's like really dove into the whole process. You know what I mean? I think he's really embraced that mentality. So you really kind of see that in his answers when they're asking him. He's more about like he'll give you the rundown. They'll ask him any kind of question about that practice that day. He's very like in the moment. Like you said, he's not going to give you much. And I think that's really the authentic him because I think he's really just trying to stay day by day.
Yeah,
He just
absolutely.
wants to get the Panthers better. Like, how
Be
can
where
we
your
get
feet
better
are,
today?
as Coach
Exactly.
Rivera used to say.
Exactly. So it doesn't surprise me that we don't hear too much. And that's actually, I'm glad you brought that up about Xavier Legette because I think everyone, including myself, were fooled by that Kay Adams interview that we were going to go
It
Jalen
was
Walker.
everywhere. Everyone was
Right.
talking about it. Like, I mean, news outlets that really don't even cover the Panthers were talking about how Dave Canales just probably gave away the Panthers draft strategy. I'm like, oh, come on. And Kay was getting all kinds of props. I'm like, come on, man. And Dave pulled the switcheroo on him. I'm like, okay, Dave. All right, I see you. I see you, Coach Canales.
Yeah, he had other plans.
He did. He really did. Well, that was pretty much it from rookie minicamp. So looking ahead, we got a couple things coming up, Swift. because we don't want to drag this episode out too long. But in the next couple of days, which I'm thinking, I think the NFL said the schedule release is happening tomorrow. Is it the 14th or 15th?
I want to say it's Wednesday.
So it's gonna be tomorrow. Oh, sorry. We're recording late at night, so it's gonna be
technically tomorrow.
Technically, so by the time fans look at this, it'll be tomorrow, and you get a live look in. We are recording really late on Monday going into Tuesday. So we have the schedule release coming out. We're really pushing to go live. If we can't, we're gonna have a reaction show late that night. But we're gonna do everything we can to push for our first live show. So what are you thinking of the schedule release right now? We know who we're playing. What are the things now? You don't have to get into games and things like that. But so when Swift is looking at the schedule, tell our fans, Panther fans, what you look at, and I'll do the same
thing. I really look at the division games. I think that's so critical because a lot of the times I feel like towards the back end of the year, we end up getting like our last three of the 5 games are all division games. So they're wicked critical.
NFL loves the parity, right? They don't want the division to be set in week 10. They want you to be fighting it out until the bitter end. So they do that on purpose. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
And no, I was I kind of also that brings me to the thought of them releasing the first game with the Eagles and Cowboys.
Yeah,
and that's a division game. So that makes me curious about, could it be, I know like 2 or 3 years ago, it was like more than like 80% of the matchups were all division games. So
absolutely.
I'm wondering if that's what's to come for week 1. I'm very curious about that. But yeah, I would say I would evaluate like the divisional matchups and kind of see where those land and those dates.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, the other game that they've advertised is Amazon's got their Black Friday game, which is the Bears and Eagles. So that'll be an interesting game as well. But kind of getting back to the original question, I definitely look at divisional matchups. Like I want to see, where everything lines up, what order they have us playing everybody. It's going to be, we're going to start off with out of the first four playable weeks if we have an early bye. That's what I also look for, is where's the bye week. Do we have an early bye? Do we have a mid bye? Do we have a late bye? And all of those have different factors and different advantages and whatnot. You want to try to stay away from the early bye because then you don't have any time off. You play straight through, and then you're hoping for a playoff run. And if you don't, you're not the top team now, you don't get the bye. So I mean, you want a mid to late bye. And if you're a playoff team, I'd want a late bye.
That was actually a really good point.
Divisional. I look at temperatures too, temperature, weather. Sorry. And if you look at our schedule, the 2 games that really stick out to me, 3 games that stick out to me, are New England Patriots, New York Jets, and Green Bay Packers. And the reason is because those are all away games. They're all crappy climates when you get in the post-October. So I want to know how many of those games are post-October, because we probably aren't going to do well in cold weather games. But it's always nice to know. Then I also look at travel. What is the farthest we're traveling? And I can tell you right off the rip, unless we end up with one of those cross-continental games, it looks like away at the San Francisco 49ers is the farthest game we'll play. The next farthest would be the Arizona Cardinals. So not horrible travel, but then you want to look at what travel looks like in season. So when it lines up, so are you your away games are we, if you're on the West Coast, is that San Francisco and Arizona game, come back-to-back weeks? Is there a possibility that we stay out there instead of traveling all the way back to Charlotte and then traveling back to the West Coast? Because teams have been known to do that. So those are the things that I kind of look at. Divisional, bye weeks, cold weather games, and travel. So those are the biggest things that I look at. So the other thing that you and I talked about off air is that there has been some leaks that the Panthers being locked out of primetime games may come to an end this season. What are you thinking?
I think it's about time. I want to stay up late and get excited.
I do. I mean, there's always, I mean, it's always good to see how our team does under the lights, right? Like, I mean, you know, what if you, I mean, do you have our schedule pulled up by chance? I can give it to you. So I can tell you, obviously divisional games are fun, but if we didn't have a divisional games I would love to see us play nighttime, you know, a late night game would be, I like the Dallas Cowboys. That'd be a home game. I like the Rams as a potential, but be a home game. The Seahawks, just because of what that Seahawks game has meant to us in the past, I would love that to be a primetime game. As far as away games, again, you got divisionals, but the ones that I would actually love to be primetime games would be the Niners or the Pats. I would love to be like a late night, like a Monday night game in New England. For us going to it, I'd love it to be a Sunday game because Monday night games are crazy to get in and out of Foxborough.
Been there.
But I mean, as I'm looking at it, those are the ones that kind of immediately jump off the page to me as if we had to primetime game. How about you?
I'd like to see the 49ers because I feel like that'll be McCaffrey's first time playing
McCaffrey, right? The McCaffrey Bowl.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because we kind of had a little bit of that with when we had the primetime game 2 years ago, and DJ Moore, it was his first time playing against the Panthers. So
yeah.
And then like what we were saying again too, like the Germany game, it was like Brian Burns. So I don't know. I kind of find those like interesting. It's just weird seeing them go against us.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you want to go way back to Steve Smith blood and guts game when he went to Baltimore? You don't want to talk about that. Me either. No. We can. That may not even make this episode. That hurts so bad.
I mean, that was like one of my first memories. I mean, I was just getting into football. Like when I was really starting to pay attention. That's I know that one hurt you a lot. So
it hurt so bad. I
mean, that one had you in a place.
And I blame Gettleman, right? I blame Gettleman, and when you, and that's the other thing. When you go back, because Steve Smith did an interview on his podcast. Well, I think the one it was cut to it. I don't think he does that one anymore. I think it's just called 89 now. But he talked about what happened with that whole thing with Gettleman and how, you know, he was, you know, supposed to be going here, supposed to be going there. And I mean, Steve Smith's crazy. When if you ever have a chance to, you know, to look at it, fans, go look for the episode of Cut to It where he talks about his release from Carolina when he left Carolina to go to Baltimore. It is one of the funniest stories I've ever heard. I may even try to link it into our into the episode notes if I remember. But yeah, no, that's as far as the schedule release goes. Now, you got anything else for a schedule release?
No, that was about it. I was just thinking about the episode. Now I'm about to go watch it now.
It's literally hysterical. Now, you pointed this out, Swift, off air, that we have OTAs coming up when we bring the full 90-man roster together. That looks like it's going to happen May 27th through June 5th. I can tell you that the way that the stadium renovations are going in the renovations on property, they're actually going to not going to allow fans to be able to attend any of this stuff this year. That's just a little side note. But what are you looking for if just to preview the OTAs? I mean, we'll be talking about it more. But if you had a quick 30-second spiel, what are you looking for in the OTAs?
It's a great question. I think I'm really looking at the defense. I just want to see how that looks. And Derek Brown's progress to getting back. Like, how do they work him back? And then obviously, like on the offensive end, it'll be pretty cool to see Bryson McMillan connecting, So that Cali connection.
The Cali connection is going to be something else. I think that's exactly what Tetro has said. I keep calling him Tet. For me, I mean, I'm gonna lead it off. I'm not even gonna hide it. I mean, I do want to see how Tetro fits into this offensive scheme. I want to see the combination of receivers that they put out there because they're going to be running some scale, Pascal out there. I want to see how Jimmy Horn Jr. fits in. I want to see how Hunter Renfro's progress is. He's been off for a year. And I want to see how that wide receiver room comes together. Offensive line, I'm pretty excited to kind of just return the same unit. Love us to get in and out of OTAs healthy. But I mean, I'm gonna echo your sentiment. I want to see what this defense looks like, man. I want to see what it looks like. Who are they going to have lining up next to Derek Brown, right? Are they going to have is Scorton going to get first team reps? Or are they going to push, some combination of Wanham and DJ Johnson, since DJ Johnson's been on the roster? I'm hoping not. I'm hoping, Scorton is going to be, I'd love to have a guy in the play for defensive rookie of the year. I mean, a la Luke Kuechly. But that would be my thing. I mean, I'm obviously looking for that Cali connection. I want to see how it works. I want to see what this wide receiver room looks like. But most of all, I want to see what kind of defense they're going to put out there. I want to see, who are we going to end up signing? Blackman, right? We're looking at Blackman at safety. I know there's been talk, nothing but talk about bringing in him as safety. I don't know what we're waiting on. I know we say had some cap savings to be able to help sign the rookie class and whatnot. But I mean, I think we need to stop messing around and go ahead and get that safety signed. But yeah, no, my biggest thing is I want to see what we're going to look like on that defensive side.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the highlights of it too is like I couldn't even help but to think about like joint practice. Like, I don't want us to get embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Not that we will. I'm really curious on the defensive end. Like, how are we going to look, come like joint practices when we're going up against other teams? Like, how is that going to look? Are we going to have that scrappy attitude? Like that violent dog that Dan Morgan keeps preaching about. So
I really hope that we can do that, man. I'm going to tell you. And then, I mean, not as super notable, but I mean, we're going to have probably like a kicking competition with Matthew Wright, NFL journeyman, and Fitzgerald, kid out of college who he's rated the second best kicker in all of college football last year. He played for Florida State, either way. So Fitzgerald, so we'll have a little bit of a kicking competition. I would prefer going with the young league. I think I've said that before on this podcast. I really would love us to be able to just get that, just to hit the checkbox, right? Okay, kicker all set. We ain't got to worry about that, right? Now we can really put our eyes on defense and the offense and getting all that chemistry together and getting that playbook installed. But that's kind of, not to belabor the point, but I mean, I'm really looking forward to what we have coming up here for the OTAs. That's gonna be a fun time. That's gonna be a real fun time. But man, I think we did it. I think we've finished off another episode, man.
We did, man. We crushed it.
We crushed it.
Right before 1 a.m.
Hoping that the fans love it as much as we do. I am super pumped about the schedule release. I mean, we will have another episode coming out right on the heels of the schedule release. I mean, like, again, if we can figure out a way to go live, we're going to go live. But either way, I mean, it's going to happen. You're going to have some kind of content from us. We didn't ask. I should have led the episode off with this. But we really need you to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification. And all right. But I mean, hey, I think that's going to be a wrap for today's episode of Panther Pedigree. What do you think, Swift?
I'm ready for bed.
It is what it is, like, right? Like ready to pack it up for the night.
You guys can't say we're not dedicated trying to get this out to you guys because it's 1 a.m.
It is 1 a.m. Literally, it's crossing 1 a.m. right now.
Because we love the Panthers and we love our supporters.
We absolutely love our supporters. Again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when episodes are released. We're looking to get that schedule release episode out to you ASAP. If we don't go live. All right. I mean, hey, listen, I think that's it. I'm going to say, hey, fans, we love you. Keep pounding. Stay blessed.
Sir, stay blessed. Stay safe. And most importantly, keep pounding.